Hello and welcome back to Jak 3.
Heroes must have quick feet. Get to this spot in time for a reward.
Ow, asshole. Fuck off. I think that's over here. So, I'm just gonna take this quick moment to just kind of
Such promise.
gather some extra precursor orbs so that I can work on getting the last of the achievements for this game, and also talk about how what I think about the series as a whole at this point. Now that I've completed everything that I can. Jak X hasn't gone up, but I have actually recorded it. Hey, how you doing?
Let us see how fast you really are. If you're fast enough to follow me, you can catch me at the end. Too slow, and I will vanish, as will your hopes to defeat this challenge.
So let's start with Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. I love that game. I do. It was a great starting point for me for video games, but going back to it now, it was definitely crappier than I remember. The controls are so much worse. They're so much better here than they are in Precursor Legacy. It was a starting point for 3D platforming for Naughty Dog, I think, because Crash had technically been 3D, but not an open environment 3D kind of game. It was, at that point it was a straightforward kind of thing. So I think it was a great first step and a great introduction to the series of just kind of establishing the character.
Very nice moves. You are showing great promise.
Is there one up on here? Yeah, there is. Why Jak didn't speak in Precursor Legacy, I don't know. I'm not sure if it was just they wanted to have that running joke of the main character who never spoke and let Daxter take over all of it, or if there was a different reason for it. I'm not entirely certain. But I still thought it was interesting nonetheless. Ah, really? Hang on a second. Ah, son of a bitch. Alright. Fuck it. So I thought it was a great start. I miss the little dances for
Get to this spot in time for a reward.
the bridge. So I miss the little dances for their little victory poses. I thought that was a great part of the game that sadly got removed for whatever reason. I guess just because they weren't doing collectibles like they were before. Let me find out where this bridge actually is first.
Almost, hero. Too slow.
Almost? Was I almost there? I don't think I was. But I still missed the dance, so, whatever. Moving on to Jak 2. Oh shit, hold up. Hey!
I see such promise in you.
So, moving on to Jak 2, that was a great stepping stone from the original. I feel like it did everything better than the first one did. Gunplay definitely improved here, just because there was, the upgrades to the guns and different things like that.
Move quickly to this spot and show me why we should trust the fate of this world to you.
I feel like that's more like up and over here somewhere. Yeah, right here. Boom.
Very good. You give us hope for the future.
Glad to hear it. But yeah, so between that, alright, I'm actually gonna stop this for a second while I finish off Jak 2. So for the rest of that, it was fine. It was an improvement over all of the main concepts of the first game. It did great introducing the time travel mechanic, I think. I was actually shocked at it being, the child being Jak when I first played the game. So, you know, I got. Same with, well, I say same with, but really, when it came to the reveal in this game of Jak being his son, I was less surprised because of the fact of them mentioning that he used to be the ruler of Haven City. I think we could have had some more background to the child, or the relationship between Deimos and his child, rather than coming straight out and saying, hey, I was the ruler of Haven City and therefore my son would have been the prince, kind of thing. I think that gave it too much away for when it came to the shock later on for Jak. I feel Jak should have realized it faster.
Move quickly to this spot and show me why I should trust the fate of this world to you.
I don't know where that one is, actually. Nope, no ladder on this building.
We are concerned you lack.
Not good. I'd imagine it'd be like the tallest building here, but I don't think I can climb that. Oh, I can climb that, and it's got other precursor orbs on it. Hup. Is there a ladder around the side of this thing? No? Cool. Yeah, go away so I can do this thing instead. Let's figure out how to climb this big fucking tower over here. So, yeah, Jak 2 was a great continuation. The child surprise definitely got me at that point. I didn't quite like the ending. I can't remember why I don't like it. It's not that bad of an ending. I don't know why I don't like it. It just felt, I don't know, rushed with me. For as long as that game is, I feel like the final moments of the game are just a bit too pushed through. I don't know exactly how to describe it myself. Excuse me. So that brings us to Jak 3.
Heroes must show fast speed to go with their fast movement. Beat this challenge for a reward.
Speaking of ring challenges, fucking Jak 2 and its stupid speedster races was the bane of my existence when recording it this time around. I absolutely hated the speeder races, and honestly, I hate I'll say it, I hate Jak X as well. Just because it's still it's basically, it pulled a Banjo-Kazooie before Banjo-Kazooie could ruin itself. That you had these great platformer games or adventure games, and then you just turned it into a thing about cars. Nobody wanted the cars. Nobody was itching for a car adventure using their favorite platforming characters. Admittedly, the car driving and racing in this game so much better than in the sequel, because it wasn't just with the stupid it wasn't just the stupid zoomer. Holy crap. I should figure out how to get up on top of that. Damn. There must be a way up there. I don't know. But moving on to Jak 3, it was certainly different, especially with, you know, the first part of the game is definitely much more vehicle heavy than the rest of it. You know, in Jak 2 you had the stupid speeder races, but here at least the cars felt like they were controllable and worked on and thought about, instead of just, hey, remember that speeder from the first game that nobody really liked either? Here, drive this around for fucking forever. So I think that they put more thought into it. It's just that it's a shame coming back to this game, because I accidentally did Jak X first instead of Jak 3. So it was a shame coming back to this game already hating the driving before I started it here. I feel like maybe Jak X would have gone better for me if I had gotten a reintroduction to the stupid driving mechanics through this first before I went into Jak X, but it doesn't really matter. I just also don't like the plot of Jak X. It's a stupid excuse to have a racing game. The plot here, however, is still stupid. I mean, it's true. It's not the best of plots in the world. We're not talking, this is a Final Fantasy, you know, it could take you years to understand every little concept kind of plot. It's fairly simple and straightforward, and I fucking love it. As stupid as it might be, I'm in love with these kinds of games. And I find myself still enjoying, as much as I didn't like the mechanics of Jak 1 or the speedster races of Jak 2, I still find myself enjoying this trilogy, and I'd like to go back and do things like the Sly Cooper trilogy and all the Ratchet and Clank games and different things like that, just to see if it's, you know, all still good for me, or, you know, is there just maybe something about this series that's stuck with me, those kinds of things. I know I can do Sly Cooper on the PS Now stuff, but I don't think the Ratchet and Clank, at least the original trilogy, didn't come through to the PS4, unfortunately, yet. So hopefully that'll come through soon. Instead, we've got the new one for the movie.
Heroes must have quick feet. Get to this spot in time for a reward.
Alright, we know where that is. Boom!
Excellent. I see such promise in you.
But I think that's gonna do it just for me rambling on these kinds of videos, or I don't know what to call them. They're not the best, that's for sure. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for sticking through the trilogy with me. Hopefully you'll make it through Jak X, but I wouldn't blame you if you didn't duck out on that one. So, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next episode. See you then.